Hey, everybody, hi. This is your boy StoneThug, and we're going to talk a little bit today about, you know, God's favor, God's love, God's power. Because, somebody out there needs some encouragement. We're going to name this particular video, Don't Worry About Big Trouble. Don't worry about big trouble. While we're doing it, we're going to look at some pictures of items that are over at the Louvre Museum in Paris. Just going to, because they got a lot of biblical type stuff over there, so we'll just take a look at some of the items they have. Just thinking about life, and it's always amazing the type of things that life brings to us. Some things are good, some things are a little bit more than we can handle. And when that happens, it's good to think, hey, I'm not here by myself. I can get some help. And I know some people have other resources that they can go to, Uncle so-and-so and Grandma. But some people, when trouble comes, sometimes there's nobody in particular that who can deliver you out of trouble. I mean, trouble just has a way of really getting your goat. It has a way of putting gray hairs on your head. And whether you are a person who believes in a higher power or not, you're just a person who is in trouble. And you really just want relief. You don't care how it comes or when it comes, why it comes, or, anything like that. You just want relief. So I just want to talk a little bit about a problem that a loved one had that I know. And what happened is that his loved ones that love him, they actually were taking his situation worse than he was. He had big trouble. There's all kinds of trouble, and I can mention all kinds of trouble. But you know your trouble better than I do. But I want to tell you that, you do have an advocate. You do have options. You do have choices. There is, whether you believe it or not, there is a power that appears to work some kind of miraculous way in the universe that wants the betterment of man. It actually wants man to succeed. It actually wants man to make it. It actually wants you to make it. And you might say, well, what is this power? What name is this power? How do you know that this power is real? Why should I believe you? And all I have to say is those are some good questions. And I don't have no answer for you. But they said, there's a saying, that a drowning man will grab the end of a sword. And I believe that. So when you're in trouble, you really don't give a hoot if the relief or the answer of your trouble comes in whatever form it comes in. You just want relief. So I'm here to tell you that there's relief. There's some pop, viz, over the relief it is in the universe that's trying to help you to overcome. And I just want you to know that worrying has never really helped anybody in this world. Worrying just puts gray hairs on your head. And it will take you out of here. I want you to know a man by the name of Mr. Jackson. He had Jackson Cleaners. And He was the most refined, mature, sophisticated man you ever want to know in your life. This guy had so much class. He had class that was just running over. He had class that was, he was just a classy man. He was just a classy guy. And he knew how to, look good. Think good thoughts. Mr. Jackson was his name. And one day, after knowing Mr. Jackson for many years and being an admirer of his style and class and swag, I noticed that one day Mr. Jackson's mustache looked a little out of place. His shirt wasn't quite tucked in just right. And I noticed that Mr. Jackson started to show up at different times, at his job, odd times and things like that. And just to find out that Mr. Jackson had one day up and died. And when I inquired, talking to Mr. Jackson's lady friend, and I asked, what in the world happened to Mr. Jackson? She told me that Mr. Jackson found out that Mr. Jackson, from the doctor, that he had cancer. And what he did was worried so much about the cancer and what it was going to do and when it was going to come and how to deal with it, that the cancer never had a chance to kill Mr. Jackson. But the worrying about the cancer actually killed Mr. Jackson. Did you hear that? The cancer did not kill Mr. Jackson. The worrying about the cancer killed Mr. Jackson. So, my word to you all, is to stop worrying. Because worrying is not going to help you in your legal case. It's not going to help you with your health situation. It's not going to help you with that kid that might be getting in trouble. It's not going to help you on your job. Worrying is not going to help you do anything. Speaking of worrying, look at this guy right here. Looks like he's worrying. But that's the point. And I want you guys to, if you get a chance, read some of those inspiring stories that are in the Bible. You know, you may not believe that the Bible is a legitimate book. You may not believe God is a legitimate God. But there's great information to be had. Great inspiring stories to be heard in the Bible. And whether you believe or not, or of a different faith, it doesn't make no difference. Because young or old, those stories are inspiring. They will lift you up and they will bless you. And sometimes, sometimes we just need a blessing. We just need to hear about somebody else coming out of their trouble so that we can come out of our trouble. Because all we want is relief. And remember what I said. The old wise tale parable or comment that a drowning man will grab the end of a sword. I'm not asking you to grab the end of a sword, but it may be the end of your rope, and the end is the part you need to deliver you. So be encouraged, and I'm going to tell these couple of little tales about the story in the Bible about the man in the lion's den named Daniel, and another man or group of men who was thrown in a fiery furnace, a furnace that was 7 times hotter than a normal furnace, and they knew that they were being thrown in. The king had told them, this is where you got to go. And they didn't do it all at once. They might have told him on Monday that it was going to happen on Friday. They might have told him in January it was going to happen in February. I don't know. All I know is that they had time to think about it. And thinking about it was enough to trouble them, was enough to worry them. Because they didn't know how it was going to turn out. They just knew that it was going to be bad. So they had a famous quote that they used, that they said that it's time and proven, tested. I might have twisted that around, but you know what I mean. That God, who we believe in, may not deliver us. He may not deliver you out your troubles. Or his deliverance might not look like deliverance to you. But what they said, that God may not deliver us, but we know he's able. So they knew that this is a possibility they might not recuperate from this. There was a real possibility that they might not make it. But they had faith. Faith in God that they would make it with his help. So what they did was, they didn't worry about big trouble. And you shouldn't worry about big trouble. You should leave all that worrying to God. So, to make a long story a little longer, they made it out of the fiery furnace without even having the smell of fire on them, because they had a deliverer, somebody they believed in, who came to their rescue. And that same person will come to your rescue if you give them a chance. If you believe, if you grab the end of that sword, which is a rope, it will bless you. So Daniel made it out. The 3 Hebrew boys in the fiery furnace made it out. And you're going to make it out too. You're going to make it out your trouble. You're going to make it out of your tough place. You're going to make it out your hard place. And you're going to look up and you're going to say thank you. You're going to thank God for delivering you. And you're going to tell your story to somebody or some people that you were delivered and it was miraculous. And it was great. And it was powerful. And it was wonderful. And it was marvelous. And it was grand. And it was just all beautiful. And God delivered you like he's delivered so many for so long. You know, man is not good at delivering. Man is good at causing pain, death, and destruction. Man is known for taking what you have and not even saying I'm sorry. But you know, God, he really has a reputation of doing good. And I'm saying this about him because so many people, they're afraid today to give God credit. Oh yeah, lots of people kill, maim, and destroy in the name of God. But people kill, maim, and destroy for lots of reasons. The main reason is because of greed, power, shamelessness, lawlessness. It ain't because of God. But God's a pretty good reason to blame it on, because you don't have to take any personal responsibility yourself. God made me do it. The devil made me do it. Everybody wants to think of an excuse, a reason to do bad, and put it in somebody else's name. But you need to put bad things in your name. But put good things in his name. God is a deliverer. He delivered others, and he'll deliver you. All right. I guess that pretty much sums it up. This is your boy StoneThug with StoneThug.com. Rapper, singer, poet, green home developer. I love the Lord. Just thought I'd share a little bit of him with you. Thank you for your time. I hope this video blesses you. I hope you send it to somebody to bless them. And right now it's the holidays. So happy holidays to you guys. God bless you and all that goodness. Thanks again.